And Italy have beaten Wales for the third time in 4 years. And the Welsh tale of woe runs on. 14 losses in succession now. And I'll just repeat that final score. Italy 22, Wales 15.
John, Ian, thanks very much. So, strange finish to the game. In the end, even though it didn't feel like it, Wales outscored Italy in the tries from 2-1. But it's the Italians who win, as John said, for the third time in 4 years against Wales. And for Gatland and Wales, that's 14 defeats on the spin, and they have Ireland coming to Cardiff next. So, in a strange sort of way, we've gone from Italy have won. Wow, that's, amazing. Let's talk about this for the next 20 minutes to, yeah, that was about as we expected.
Well, we were going there for 10 years saying, God, when are Italy going to win a game? We need this for the Six Nations Championship to get some spark. We can't have a dead round. And now Italy are winning and everyone's going, I don't really like getting beaten by Italy. But look, it is good for the Championship. This Italian side is competitive. It's not good for the Championship that the Welsh side isn't. Having said that, Josh Allen had taken 2 of those grubbers in the first half. Wales could have got away with it, but Wales gave away far too many penalties, made far too many errors early on in the game. I think, to be fair, the Italians really seized up in the second half. Rob was saying here when we were watching it, they defended that lead, taking all those penalty shots rather than kicking to the corners, putting a bit of pressure on the Italians. But look, on the Welsh rather. But in the end, the Italians were a better side and deserved the victory.
I guess they will have to learn, Rob, how to be front runners in games.
Yeah, they will. And listen, that's a process, and that comes with a little bit of experience and taking time, being comfortable in that position of being favourites. But they definitely did try and protect that lead and close the game out for the last 40 minutes. And, once you come up against better teams, if they do find themselves in that position against better teams, they can't do that. They'll have to keep attacking and going after the opposition. Wales were a little bit better in the second half from a mindset and an attitude perspective, but the quality of their play was still as bad as the first half.
It's another step in the right direction for Italy. It's another development that's foreign to them. Managing a game home for 40 minutes and kind of just getting to that level of kind of composure, manage that test match, manage that arm wrestle. We know Italy can play rugby. On a day like that, it's going to be very difficult. And when they go ahead, they just didn't quite sustain that pressure. It kind of felt a little bit flat at the end because the last 5 or 10 minutes they just dropped off a little bit. So they've a little bit to learn there. But Italy were better than them for 80 minutes. It was more than a 7-point deficit, I thought. Wales are always going to have a bit of fight in them at the end, but nowhere near enough. And Italy had done enough with the first kind of 70-75 minutes to make up for some of the deficiencies at the end.
And interesting, Henry, your point there, the first penalty came after about 5 minutes. So Italy have led 75 minutes of that game. There's not many times in 25 years we can say an Italian side has led from the opening minutes to win the game.
Well, it's usually a smash and grab. That's how they do it. You know, they hang in there, and then they nick a win, and then it's euphoria as opposed to we are expected to win pre-game. We get our noses in front. We're well ahead, and we have to see it out. It's just a totally different experience for them.
It is. It is.
It was disruptive as well. Whenever Garbisi went off when he got the headshot, he went. That looked like a period whenever they didn't have the kind of steady leadership from him, just implementing that kicking game.
He was very good.
He was very good. So they missed him whenever he went off. So that kind of maybe started them questioning themselves, going away from the game plan. They worked a little bit. He was absolutely brilliant today.